Hey friends, what's up? Karibuni tena sana to my YouTube channel. I'm Stefo. If you're new here, welcome to the family and thank you so much for joining me. I create makeup, story time, style, advice, related content, you name it. You name it! Anyways, as you can see from the title of the video, guys, this is a story time video. It's not even that serious. It's not even that deep. But I asked you guys on my Instagram a few weeks ago on feedback on the type of content you really like enjoying, and you all said story times. So here we are. So without further much ado, let's get into this video. Okay friends, so this happened. Wait fast. I feel like my neck is so bare. Let me put on a chain. Anyway friends, so as I was saying, with all my story times, the same way that babe said, I don't want to see nobody in that type of situation.
I don't want to see nobody in that type of situation.
Do you know what I mean? I do not want to see nobody in such a situation. But it wasn't even that deep. But anyway, let's get into it. So this happened sometime last year. This was last year, mid last year I think. Because I remember at least the first spring semester had already passed. So either we were going to summer, I was in summer. I think it was like the second semester had actually started. So I was talking to this guy. I know friends, a lot of my story times just are about boy drama, but we move, friends, we move. So and I thank God that this year we have not had such, you know, weird happenings. You know, a baby girl has elevated, has upgraded. So let me give you like a background story of how I actually met this person. So let me tell you, if you finished high school in 2015, 2016, 2017, around that period of time, you know, in high school friends, you knew at least one person who owned a camera. I don't know what it was on the streets of Instagram, sweetie. You were either, you fell into categories. You either had a camera and you're a photographer, or you didn't have a camera like the rest of us, and now you are a model. So that's why I fell in. So this person, I think I had first heard of him when I was probably in Form 2, and I had seen his Instagram, you know, a teenager photographer, where? You know, so this child was like taking two photos of trees, you know, animals, So we're just there, and this was like, wow, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's just how, that's the first time I had known of this person's existence. Now so fast forward after we finished high school, and yeah, so this was way late after we finished high school. Anyway, so that's how I had met him. So now, but we never used to talk that much. We hardly used to talk, and then we actually started talking last year. Oh, yeah, it was last year. So friends, I started talking to this person, and it was okay. It was, you know, it was good vibes, it was chill, but we didn't talk for long. We probably talked for like 2 weeks or so. That's why I'm saying it wasn't that deep, but still it was just like, what? So I remember, I can't remember what exactly we were talking about, but maybe I think it was probably hobbies, but he did mention briefly that he enjoyed outdoor activities. A sweetie hard outdoor activity. She said, oh, you have come to the right place, because coincidentally there was some short, almost maybe a road trip I can call it. So we were going to some place in Anyuki, and then we were still supposed to come back the same day, and it was like weeks too. So I said, do you know what, why don't you just tag along? You know, since you like outdoor activities. And his first response was like, nah, I'm not trying to go. I was like, at first I was like, cool, but then I was like, but I mean, so Stefo continued. I continued I continued persuading him. I was coaxing him so that he could be able to come. So the second time we were talking about it, he was like, I'm going to have to ask my folks about it, and I was like, okay, cool, okay, by the way, we should give this person a character. We're gonna call him Blue, you know, we're gonna call him Blue. So Blue was like, I'm gonna have to ask my folks, but I'm not promising anything. And I was like, okay, cool, because I'm not gonna lie, I had already invited somebody else. But then I couldn't make it. So I mean, friends, I was just trying to, you know, whoever comes is cool. So when the other person, this is like a whole other person, but this one I was talking to like just Juju, they said they couldn't make it. I was like, then fine, Blue can come. And then Blue was like, Sijui, he's gonna have to Sijui do what? I was like, okay, cool. So then guys, we continued talking. Of course there was flirting here and there, you know what I mean? Like, look at this. Like, do you know what I mean? So there was flirting, there was talking, there was, you know, once you start talking to someone on a daily, that's where we had reached. Anyway, so we continued talking, and then I don't know what triggered this one day. One day we were just talking, and this was like days. This was not like days to this mini road trip. And this man goes like, by the way, I just want to let you know that, he was like, I just hope that Sijui, you're not getting things twisted. Sijui, we're just friends. I was like, cool, you know, he was just like, we're just friends, like that's it. And I was like, okay, but in my head I'm just like, well, do you talk to your friends like this? Because what's up? So I was just there like, I was like, what is this, honey?
What is this, honey?
Anyway guys, so I was just like, you know what, it's cool. Of course I felt some type of way about it, I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, it's your loss, boo. Do you know what I mean? And then, you know, when I probably thought maybe, you know, he doesn't want to like take this anywhere else or something. And I was like, okay, that's cool. The problem came in when almost a night, it was like 2 nights to this thing, Mans goes like, oh yeah, by the way, I was able to talk to my folks, I can come, KKK, but I'm coming with my girl. I said, if 2 plus 2 is 4 and 5 plus 5 is 10, and what about this?
B, I did not see her on the sheet. If 2 plus 2 is 4, right? And 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay. What the fuck is...
How do I invite you for something which I'm not gonna like? You would not have known about this thing if it wasn't for me. Do you know what I mean? I am the one who did the coaxing, the persuading for you to show up with other babes. Are you mad? I was just like, whoa. It's above me now.
It's above me now.
There's nothing really much I can do. So in my head I was just like, do I not go? Do I just cancel? Because I didn't want it to be very awkward. I didn't want it to, you know, I was not canceling because he was coming. I wanted to cancel because I thought that I would feel weird or out of place about it. But then I said, who will show me? Who got something to say? Who? So I said, you know what, it's fine, they'll come. Now the problem was, now this was the night too, so this is the next one we're going for this trip. The organizers were like, because we were all in a WhatsApp group, the organizers were like, at the everybody should assemble in town, and then, you know, the pickup point is town, but if you live like along these particular areas, we can come picking you up. Or either I think people are the ones who suggested, like for me, I live along Thika Road, so it wouldn't have made sense for me to go to town and then again, you know, you'll still pass by the same place. So they were like, okay, cool. Then they said that there is only going to be one bus that is going to do the stopping to pick up people, and then the other bus will just go straight. Do you know what I mean? To save on time and everything. And so we were like, cool. So where Blue lived, Blue said he lived somewhere. Okay, Blue where he lived like where his parents lived, because that's, I think I assumed that's where he was coming from, but really he was coming from like school sides, which is also this side. So, and the babes and his babes. So yeah, when I put 2 and 2 together, I said, right, I said, hey, because it would have meant, guys, we would have been in the same tour bus with them. And I said, and then majority of the people I knew on the other bus, and majority of the people I knew on the other bus because then majority of them were like coming from town and stuff. So I was like, hey. So I remember that morning, I woke up, and of course, guys, you know, Kenyans, they will say we're gonna leave Nairobi by 6:30. We're gonna leave Nairobi by this time. 7:30 we were still here. So yes, I remember it was at around 7 and I got a call. And so I had already told someone I had already told like a lot of my friends, or the friends that were in that other bus, like, you're gonna have to tell your driver to stop. So don't tell him to pass because I'm not going with the other bus. Don't ask questions. just move. And they were like, okay, cool. So that morning, I remember it was at around, it was a few minutes to 7, and I got a call, and the guy was like, hey madam, tumeambiwa sijui unafaa kuchukuliwa hapa, uko wapi, basi takuacha. I was like, so already I was just like, oh my god, they're gonna leave me, da, da, da. Guys, I was even ready to just leave the house and leave. And then I just stopped in my tracks and I was like, wait a minute, you know, wait a minute, like, who is this? He was even calling. So then I talked to the person. I was like, okay. Then they were like, this is, I asked, is this the first or the second? And they're like, that's the first. And I was like, okay, cool. And he was like, you know, there's not. And I'm like, you just go. He was trying to tell me that the second round won't stop. And I was like, look at me, look at me. I'm the captain now. I know they're gonna stop. Anyways, so then we went to. Then I think like 20 minutes later, I got another call now from like my friends, and they're like, oh, we are around this side, so you can come. And then we had where we were being picked from was a mall. So now I was the one being sent for people's breakfast orders. I was literally leaving the mall with lattes and what, and I had so many things myself I was carrying. And I was like, okay, cool. And this other person was so fun because I knew a lot of people, and it was so much fun. You know, it was late. Let's just say it was late, by 8 in the morning. Honey. Oh, well. So guys, we continued with the trip. You see, out of sight, out of mind. I'm not thinking about this person anymore. Me, I already said I don't care. I don't give two shits about it. Period. So we got there now. I remember our bus. We were stopping so many times. People were buying food. People can't go pee. People, you know, other people are throwing up. Like, our bus was just interesting. Anyways, so we finally got to that place. In Nanyuki, and I remember when we reached, the first bus was there, and I was like, okay. And then I think, I don't know if it is the driver who said this one's Walifika Kitambo. So, and we had a whole hike to do, guys. So he was like, y'all are gonna have to like hurry up and stuff. So yeah, we put on our hiking stuff, and we went and started hiking. I am not gonna lie, that was like the worst hike I've ever been on. Like, hey, let me tell you where we had gone, guys. The terrain, there was no flat land at any one point. It was just it was so exhausting. Yo, and those are the days I never used to do anything. So I can remember how I woke up the next day. But anyways, friends, back to the story. So yeah, we continue with the hike. We're listening to music, we're talking. So the peak of the hike, or maybe let me say like what was like people used to look forward to a lot, was like the waterfalls, because it had such beautiful waterfalls. It was just breathtaking. So, and people we were allowed to swim, so a lot of us had carried our swimsuits. And I remember I'm not carrying maseshuka to funika, guys, because I just knew there's no changing place. Do you know what I mean? We're in the wild. It's just you versus the nature. You're there changing with your butt cheeks out. Something could bite you and anyways, so we changed. We entered the water. I remember the water was so cold, that like lagoon area, the waterfalls, it was so cold. It was freezing, like it was ice. So we're just there having a good time. And then, so at this point, one of my friends, my other friends, let's call him Matt. Okay, so I was literally at the shallow side, yeah, and so some people had like dipped their feet around there and da. So guys, I was talking to Matt, we're just talking, and then some random babe just comes, and I remember she asked me, hi, I don't know, I can't remember what she said. I don't know if she said I like your hair, something, and then she said what did she, oh, she was asking, is the water cold? Is the water that cold? And I was like, yeah, the water is hella cold. And then she came in, and then we had like a little chit chat, small talk. This whole time, I don't know who she is. Do you know what I mean? I don't know who she is. She was polite, she was cute. That was it. So I will continue talking with Chris, and then I think she goes, there, Blue finally shows up. So the trip that had reached there first, I don't know what they had done first. I don't know if they went for the canopy walk first, I don't know, but somehow we reached before them, or we were in the waters before them. Or was it? Honestly, I don't remember at this point who reached at the waterfalls first, but I hadn't seen them, I hadn't seen Blue. So yeah, so okay, when that whole team of Blue came, and then so I was just there talking to Matt. So we're just talking. Matt was the one taking pictures, I remember. So we're just there talking, and then now at this point the sun is like opposite me, so I'm in the water and the sun is like uko. So anybody else who like comes and stands there casting a shadow. I'm talking to Matt, and then I see some guy walk up, and now because the sun was literally, at first I was squinting to see who it is. Yo, friends, finally the man has arrived. It was Blue. Now you'd think Blue would like talk or start like he would start even conversation. He didn't. He started talking to Matt. Okay, he knew Matt, of course. He started talking to Matt, and they're both photographers. So he started talking to Matt. But just they're talking. Me, I'm just there like, you've come, you've got a whole conversation, you know. So after they finished talking, at this point I think, I don't know if I had gone to me, I think I was just chilling there in the sun, and then he goes like, oh, hi Steph. I was like hi, you? And he's like, I'm good. And I was like, okay, sawa. So then after that, and then he went. That was it, guys. That was it. So then we came back up. I mean, so now we were told by the organizers time is running, we need to hike back, and we also have a canopy walk to do, and it's hella long, so we're gonna have to start tracking early. So people are clearing the water, again. Me and my Masai Shuka were just there, you know, like literally like this, like everything's just green, and then this, I remember there were rocks where the waterfalls are, so we're putting the Masai Shuka like this, so if anybody passes there, they're gonna see your butt cheeks, everything else. So yeah, so we hold for people out, the Masai Shuka support to change, and then so now we went, I see the waterfalls, of course, like, so we went down to like the top of the waterfalls, but now where there's like land. So we went there, and then I think at this point we're also waiting for people who hadn't finished changing to come up. Then that babe who was talking to me, I don't know, she came to ask me if Sijui had seen what, and then I told her I haven't seen it, and then she went back. So now I don't know, for some reason I don't know why I looked at her go back, and then I noticed she went back to Blue, and Blue was all with them touchy. I said, she's the one, she's the best. You know that, you know when you have that aha moment, when you start clocking things, you're like, ah yeah, she's, and I don't know if it all is because she was talking to me so innocently and she didn't know. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, it's cool, and I was like, okay, sawa, you know, it's good. But then the problem came in when Blue started doing the absolute most. Like, I don't know if Blue noticed. I saw her, like, he was like having his hand over her shoulder. Every 3 seconds he's holding her hand. At some point when we were hiking back, he's carrying her, he's tying her shoelaces. We was like, okay son, we get it. You know, like, that was the part that got so awkward, because Mans was really trying to prove a point. And even throughout this trip, this babe was like just constantly, not constantly, but like just here and there having small talk with me. And she didn't know that I knew, or maybe she knew and she was probably trying to get to know me. I don't know, but it was so awkward. So yeah, so we finished the hike, went for the canopy walk, and then yeah, we came home. Everybody like separated into their like tour vans, and yeah, we all came back home. And I remember we were reaching Nairobi like after midnight. But anyways, guys, so yeah, as I said, I never want to see someone in that type of situation. I would never want to see someone in that type of situation where somebody's absolutely doing the most, going out of his way, friends. He said right. And the whole time when like the whole group was together, it was funny because we just kept on giving each other glances. At some point I was just like, what? So yeah, guys, that was my brief story time. Safe to say, I've probably never talked to this person. I don't think I've talked to this person this year, of course, and last year. I don't even remember the last time I talked to them. But yeah, we move. Actually, safe to say, but we move. That's what you get. That's what you get.
Exactly. Serve your right. Bitch. Talk too much.
Anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget turn notifications on to get notification every time your girl uploads. Until next time, guys. Bye.